Hey guys, Rhino50 here with some World of Warships Legends content. It's been quite a while since I've posted any content on the game specifically. Went through kind of a hiatus and actually got away from playing World of Warships Legends for a while. Just getting back into it and creating some more content for it. So hopefully you guys enjoy what I put out there in the future here. Won't go into why I wasn't playing, but we'll just put it this way. I felt that there were some other games that were better to be playing at the time. But I did miss the game, so I figured I'd jump back into it. And it looks like everybody's playing a carrier on every match. So in this match, I happened to take the carrier out, which was gratifying as well. So here's a match in the Andrea Doria. I don't know if you guys have this ship yet, but if you don't, I think it's a great tier 5 ship with the secondaries using sap rounds are very effective in my opinion. I think it's a really good ship at tier 5. There's probably some better tier 5 battleships per se, but I had a really good game with this and I want to show this game to you. Just to lead into it, it is a game where I achieved a Kraken and I had a chance to wipe out the entire enemy team, and you'll see kind of how this works out here. It was just a great game in the ship. So let's get this started. You see I've got Paolo de Revel as my commander, and let's get this started here. So we are obviously playing the standard match, and let's see if this loads in here. I can't remember which map I was on. There we go, the Atlantic. Capture the base on the Atlantic. As far as tier 5 ships go, what have you guys have noticed recently in the gameplay? What's your favorite tier 5 ship or tier 5 battleship? I do like the Japanese Hyuga, which is kind of a fun ship to play, but let me know what your favorite is still. So you'll see this is a carrier match, and I am with a cruiser on this side. Just he and I are singled out over here, so I pretty well figure that I'm going to have the carrier in front of me, along with a large portion of the enemy team. As the match starts, I look around to see, okay, where are all these cruisers in the center going? Mainly because I'm kind of concerned that we are down one battleship already. You'll see that the enemy team has 3 battleships, and we have 2, and I happen to be one of them. So I start to go straight ahead just to watch what the center group is doing. And as I start noticing that the center group is turning towards me as basically hopefully support, that's when I decide, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and continue up this left side of the map, and my goal is to go after the carrier. Of course, there's the enemy planes. I'm spotted immediately, and this group of bombers goes after this cruiser that's over to my left here, that's already braking hard left. So I decided I'm going to push over there, let my AA take effect. As I spot the AO, but he's obviously out of range. I'm just kind of waiting to push ahead to get him in my range, and also move over to the left side to help support with AA on that cruiser. All right, now we catch some rounds coming in from the groups of ships that did spawn over here with their carrier. So I'm going to go ahead and turn and support them. Still kind of watching for that AOBA, and go ahead and get a shot with my front guns of AP at the Kirov. And I'm just going to turn sharp as these guys are just pushing straight ahead, and hope to cut them off here on the other side of the island. See the Kirov that I just shot at, he makes a fantastic torpedo play here, but I end up taking him out anyway, which is fantastic. All right, I'm anticipating maybe some torpedoes from the mill. So I'm turning out, getting all my guns lined up, get this shot of HE on him, get lucky and take him out with that salvo with that last round hitting. Not great dispersion there. Once I anticipate and see that Kirov had fired his torpedoes and the mill hadn't shown any up on my screen, I figured I was safe to continue to sail straight ahead and keep my sap rounds on the Kirov. And you'll see there's 15 hits already, 19, and I finish him off with a salvo from my main guns. So we're in 2 kills. And that Kirov, did it already show? I may have missed that. He ended up getting a double strike with his torpedoes and guns. Now I know with those ships clear and with these other ships sailing to the center on the enemy team, there's a good chance that carrier is right out in front of me. And that's my whole goal, is to provide crossfire support excuse me, to the center of the map and line up the carrier as soon as I can see him. Take a shot with HE and then immediately load AP for that AOBA. Thinking the Baron's going to come around the corner. There is the carrier, and he's nosed into the island, so it's time to take off after him. And you can see the carrier, or the cruiser right in front of me here, has the same idea. We're gonna hunt that carrier. Get that salvo of AP that I loaded up, since the AOBA wants to hang out broadside, and he gone, as people would say. Now it's just pushing as fast as I can at 24.5 knots. I'm assuming the carrier knows that we're on our way now, and he's going to try moving out. He's obviously firing and getting torpedo shots on the cruiser that's with me. So the Baron ended up turning around, heading back. And we just catch the front of him just at the limit of our range and take a shot. And see you later. So right now we are at 9 minutes with 4 kills. And I'm thinking right here, I'm going, oh, I'm going to have a Kraken early, because this Leander, you'll see, is prime target just for a devastating, or for a Citadel strike. Fire that off, assuming he's going to continue his turn a little bit, straighten on, thinking, oh, he's going to be dead right here. And we get 2,900 HP hit. So now I'm going to have to work for the Kraken. I figure, well, before we see this carrier, I might get another shot at the Leander. So I take a torpedo hit. Fire on that, and immediately direct my sights over to the carrier. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I probably led that Leander too far on that salvo. I didn't get any hits on that. That was a terrible shot. I should play the game more. So I'm thinking this salvo is going to do a ton of damage. It doesn't do enough damage, or it's not that I thought it would do. So we're just going to continue pursuing this carrier as he's obviously pursuing me with his aircraft. Let me take another shot here. Man, don't you think those would be better shots? I don't know. And here's the Leander, just still alive out here. I've taken 2 shots at him with minimal damage when he should have been dead on at least one of them. And he's just persistent. But to me, the main threat is right here. At least the main threat to me at this point, as I'm going to take some more torpedo hits. And there's the Kraken. Their carrier's gone. And it wasn't until right here I realized that our carrier had been sunk. Probably quite a long time ago. Now I start taking rounds from everything back here. Everything from the Leander to the West Virginia to the other battleship will start showing up here. What I don't realize is their destroyer has pushed back into their cap to help cover. And again, the Leander lives. There's a Hatsuharu, full health. And I know he's launching torpedoes here. I'm just letting my sap rounds hopefully eat him up a little bit till I can reload. And then as soon as I can get a salvo up, I still try to take the Leander out. And somebody gets him just before my rounds get to him. As I made that shot, I slowed down and started turning in and was able to avoid the Hatsuharu torpedoes. Now I'm broadside to the West Virginia, realizing this isn't good. I'm broadside, but I know the torpedoes from the destroyer have already been launched, so that's not a threat right now at this point. The largest threat would be the West Virginia, as the Hatsuharu obviously tucks back into the smoke where I'm not going to be able to see him anyway. So right now I'm just trying to play an angling game because I have the battleship in front of me, as you saw the rounds come in right there, and the West Virginia to the side of me, and he wants to hang out full broadside, so we'll get that salvo off. Take him out for the 6th kill of the game. So now the Hatsuharu and this New York is left. So if I had got that Leander, I'd have been at 7 kills here. So there's some more Hatsuharu. There he is. Now I've got AP loaded, but I'm still going to obviously fire that. He's just out of my secondary sap range for a second. Going to get the back guns on, fire those. And I'm just going to leave AP loaded up at this point. Hatsuharu was going to go down. And not to my sap round. Sliver of health. So the Leander and the Hatsuharu get out with just a sliver of health and dying right before I can get that last shot on them. Which, that would have been my 8th kill. And then we just got to finish off the New York. Get a great Citadel hit on him here. At this point, it's inevitable for him. I'm just going to swing my back guns. He's already fired. Get those off. And end the match. So there's a 7-kill match in the Andrea Doria. Potentially could have wiped out the whole team, which I have never done in this game. I've had some 7-kill games. I think I've had one 8-kill game, and that's about it. So there it is, 108,000 total damage, Kraken, 7 kills, and our Omaha picked up the other 2, that dang guy. But anyway, great game in the Andrea Doria. Hope you enjoyed that. If you like the World of Warships content that I put out, please like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below, and I look forward to seeing you soon.